Hello YouTube. Well, I'm out and about again, which is really nice. I haven't been out much this year, so it's nice to be out in the quiet woodland. There's a story behind that, I'll tell you in a minute. I'll just show you what's going on here. See, it's a beautiful woodland near my home. Can't really camp in it, but can certainly, it's good for YouTube videos, that's for sure. So here we have a little tarp. This is what I call day tarp. You stick it in your bag, 180 grams, packs down to a grapefruit size, and it's just simple seams, simple tie-outs, 2 meters by whatever the width of the fabric is, so you don't have any seam along the ridge line. Just pop it up. So we've had a bit of rain here, so the tarp was excellent, just keeps you dry and you can do what you want under the tarp. Most of my new fabrics I make one of these, and it's good just to test out tie-outs and everything like that. So that's where we are today. What we're going to talk about today. I'm going to do several videos today. This one we'll talk about storage bags, and then we'll go on and do some guideline videos after that. So watch a couple of videos after and you'll see that. So, how did we get here first of all? Well, this forest is open to the public. It's just like in private grounds, so you can't camp at all. It's really forbidden. But it's a good place to go if you want to get away and, you know, out and about in the wilds. But you'd think it'd be nice and quiet, but it's not. It's packed. It's the summertime. And there's dog walkers, and there was a herd of people. I can only call it a herd. There's about 20 or 30 people all walking through the forest. There was a leader at the front with a map. I mean, the forest, you can walk it in 15 minutes from end to end. So he had a map so he didn't get lost, and they were all walking through the forest, trudging through and shouting and whatever. So I had to stay away from that. And then I had to come to another part which is quite difficult to get to. There's no dog walkers here that I can see. There's a lot of stinging nettles and brambles around, so it's difficult to get in. So this is how I like it. I don't like a lot of people really. Now, getting on to the bags, storage bags. I like to have storage bags when I go hiking. It organises everything in the pack, you don't lose stuff, it's just really good. Some people do this kind of thing. It's a simple zip bag. Got handles of the same fabric. This one I've lined with a cotton voile, really light. Gives it a lot of strength and takes care of stuff you put inside. This one has got tiny box corners, so it doesn't really pack flat, but it gives you a bit of height to it. This one is actually a waxed cotton. So it's pretty water resistant. It's not totally waterproof, but pretty water resistant. A bit of cord on the zip with a double strand diamond knot on the end. So that's that. No seam on the bottom, that's the key thing, and that's not so easy to do. In this one, you'll notice inside I've like overlocked the edge to stop it fraying. I'll show you on another one something else that I'm doing now which is better. So that's that one. This is the same, another wax canvas bag. This time it's got grow grain handles and deeper corners, so this is more of a packing cube. There we go. Again, lined again so you don't see anything. Overlock the edge so there's no fraying. And they're really nice. They're medium weight, they are pretty water resistant, and just nice sort of feel to them. There's a nice sort of quality bag, if you like, very strong. It'll last for a very long time, but again, box corners, not flat. Now you see these a lot on YouTube, how to make them. If you Google zipper pouch, you'll see loads of tutorials on how to make these. Very easy. It's good for using up scrap fabric and stuff like that. Notice these are coil zips. So that's that. Now I wanted to create bags that laid flat when you pack them flat, but they expand as you need them. So they haven't got fixed box corners. It's a bit more easy to pack. And there isn't much out there on that. There's no real tutorials on it of how to do it. So I thought I'd have a go at making one. So find out a way to make one. And then maybe in a couple of videos time I'll do a tutorial on how to make it, so you can make them for yourself. It's quite easy, it's not really that complicated, but it's good fun. So this was the first attempt. So this is now a bag with no box corners. It packs really flat, so if you've only got a little bit in there, it's packing really flat. And then inside you got like an extra fabric which is all sewn in. So as you fill it, this one's lined I think, yeah, lined. As you fill it, it expands and you end up with a much bigger bag, and the corners actually kind of box out anyway. If you look, they go like that. So you end up with a huge bag that holds a lot of stuff. So in this tiny packed bag, which is very light, I can pack a couple of t-shirts, underwear, merino wool stuff, all in that one bag, so you can get loads in quite a tiny bag. Again, coil zip on it, no seams anywhere, so that's good for waterproofness. And as it puffs out, these sides lift up, so they don't end up in any wet if you've got it puffed out. So that was the first attempt, which I quite like. It's fine. The coil zips are the things that are going to fail if anything's going to fail. Stitching won't fail if you do it right. The only thing that can fail is the zips, and they can get caught and jammed and stuff. So I wanted to avoid that. So I've started looking at different types of zips, and I moved on now to a Visalon zip. If you look here, it's like the plastic teeth. You'll see it on loads of stuff. You can buy them. Number 3 is the best. This is a number 3. Number 5 is a bit too big, and number 3 is ideal. This is a new fabric that I'm using. Again, no seams. It's got contrast highlighted stitching, very thin cord tie out again. And these are much better zips. These don't fail. They're much more waterproof than a coil zip. Still open it with one hand. And there you go, it's lined as well. In these now, I'm not overlocking the ends anymore. I'm using this stuff. See, both sides. So the seams are sealed in there. And this is bias binding. So you can buy this at any store and get some bias binding and stick that on. I'll show you how to do that. So this has got quite a lot in it. You can see it's puffed up. Again, it's got the gaps sewn in, so it holds a lot of gear. This has got stuff for other videos in, something else I can do a little show and tell on. So yeah, check out Visalon zips. If you can't find Visalon zips, sometimes they're called chunky zips. So look on eBay, look on maybe AliExpress, places like that, or your local retailer, local fabric store, and look for chunky zips or Visalon zips. Visalon's the YKK name, and chunky is like a generic name. But yeah, really good. So that's how you can see where it's puffed up, the seam comes off the ground then, so it's not on the ground, so you end up with a nice waterproof bag, super lightweight, super packable. So that's going to be my bags from now on. And I'll do another video on that coming up, so stay tuned, you can see that. So that's the kind of bags I'm into at the moment, and making those. Okay, thanks for that, bye.